Hey, it's the blaster I had no idea was coming. This right here looks like a rough cut, but don't be fooled because it's only got 6 barrels. What we have here is the Roblox Ninja Legends Shadow Sensei. Now looking back at all the Roblox blasters I've reviewed on the channel, I can't think of any that I was like, that really stands out as being like, oh, this is the best blaster ever. This is a really cool offering. Typically the Roblox blasters are not really great. However, I'm coming into this review with an open mind because this thing looks really cool. I really like the texturing on it. I'll try to get some good product shots to show it. Looks really nice. I mean, it's ninja themed, which is cool. So let's check it out. Let's get it out of the package. This is a pump action Springer that has a, what I imagine is a smart AR system, probably very similar to a rough cut, but before I get ahead of myself, let's go ahead and check it out. It comes with the Elite darts, 6 of them. Let's see if they're anything special. Okay, they're a different color. I actually like it. It's kind of a cool color. They're the green with the orange tips, so that's fun. So today we'll be testing with just your standard waffle darts. This is a much more accurate dart, and I'm just tired of Elite darts. These things are not accurate at all. They're bad. Don't use them. Stop using them. But for demonstration purposes, let's go ahead and load up the barrel so they just go right in the front. That is 6 darts. I'm hoping that it operates like a rough cut. I'm hoping that it operates like a rough cut that's supposed to work, not the Elite 2.0 Warden. Although I have heard the newer redone Elite 2.0 Wardens are not as flawed as they used to be, but I'm hoping we don't have something like that. Okay, so here goes. Drum roll. You prime the blaster. You pull the trigger partially. It should fire 1 dart. Cool. And then you fire it all, pull it all the way. All right, that's not what this is. Prime, fire, prime, fire. So what it looks like this is a smart AR for 6 darts. Basically, it's gonna fire 1 dart at a time until all 6 have been fired. So it is not anything like a rough cut. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right, cool, cool. Oh yeah, actually, it's kind of cool. Let's run down this blaster real quick before I take it outside. Now, as you can probably see, this thing is styled like nunchucks. You got the handle here and the other nunchuck here. That's clever. And then you got some ninja stars for some accents here. And yeah, it's just fun. This blaster has really good build quality, feels really sturdy, looks really cool. There's a lot of really cool elements to this thing. I will say I like the plastic parts to help break up the color as opposed to painting it, because then you get stuff on both sides. So that's nice. Overall, the pistol grip is very comfortable. This blaster would be something really cool to just pull out of a leg holster and, you know, pop off some shots. We don't have any kind of in-strike attachment, rails or points or nothing on here. No sling points. It is just very, very bare bones. But you don't need much when you're a ninja. Next up, let's take this blaster outside. Let's get some chronograph readings and let's see how accurate this thing is at 30 feet. All right, we will start with just your standard Elite darts. Let's see what kind of FPS we get off these. 73, 71, 66. So about your standard Elite performance. Let's throw some waffle heads in here and see what they are at. There we go, we got the waffle head. 52, 66, 50. We get 4 more. We got a 62, 70, okay. 68, 46, ooh, all over the place. All right, here we are at 30 feet. We're gonna see how accurate this blaster is using the waffles. So after taking the Shadow Sensei outside, I have a few things to talk about. Let's go ahead and start with, what do I like? Obviously, this blaster looks really cool. I really like how it looks. Secondly, I like how it feels. It has good ergo, nice aesthetics, and I think it would fit a particular gear loadout very nicely. I do have a Cyber Ninja gear loadout I've been working on. Maybe this thing needs painted up and added to that collection. I think it'd be pretty cool. Now, as far as FPS, like how much power this thing has, I think it's pretty solid. It's your standard elite performance, so can't really gripe on that too much. I do think that in this day and age, we have kind of a higher bar set with all the other offerings out there. I'd like to see stuff around 90 FPS or so, but I know you're not gonna get that with Roblox blasters. I understand that. So in that regard, I think it's pretty decent. And lastly, I do like its accuracy when using the Adventure Force waffle or any type of waffle dart. Basically, any waffle design, not this elite design with the rounded head, is gonna be much more accurate out of this blaster. So let's talk about what I don't like, because there's a few things. Number one, the price. Yes, Hasbro, when they make these Roblox blasters, they gotta pay for the Roblox IP or the intellectual property, and it drives the cost up. You know, I don't think you're getting what you're really paying. I've even heard people that do play Roblox sometimes have some gripes about the Hasbro line from Roblox, because like they'll come out with this and then they'll end up in the game. Whereas typically when there is a game inspired blaster, it usually exists in the game first, and then, you know, a toy company will come and make it, and kids will be like, oh yeah, sweet, it's that particular thing I love in that game. Not the case with this. So it leaves a bad taste in people's mouth. They're like, oh, it's like you're just making toys and then making Roblox put it in the game. I don't know. I'm getting a little off topic, but it's worth talking about. Secondly, performance, which I kind of, in my pros, I kind of, you know, touched base a little bit. But yeah, I just really think this thing should be performing a lot better. I did notice that when shooting the waffle darts, it dropped quite a bit, but then it like spiked back up. It's kind of all over the place. So we'll just say inconsistent FPS. That's definitely a negative. It's not really a positive thing. Another thing I'm not too crazy about, there's no slam fire. I don't know why it's that hard to make these things have slam fire. Probably has something to do with the AR system, and which kind of leads me into the next thing that I don't really like, Nerf and their AR systems. Now, if you look at all AR type systems all together, Hasbro does have a pretty good design. However, they're just not where they should be. The performance of them are not the best thing ever. As you can see, sometimes you'll get some inconsistent dart feeding, or maybe a dart will do one of these numbers where it kind of sticks out a little bit. It's just a lot of stuff you see with the smart AR systems. The cool thing about it though is no matter where you have the dart, so let's say I have one dart, you know, in the middle, just in the middle here, it's like a very random spot, it will fire it, which is cool. So, you know, in that regard, the smart AR system's pretty cool, and that's why they call it a smart AR versus a regular AR, because a normal AR will be sequential. Like it'll just kind of follow a sequence, and it's not really smart. I can be pretty certain that this is not the last smart AR system you will see. Hasbro just loves these things and puts them in all kinds of blasters. So in closing, can I recommend the Nerf Roblox Ninja Sensei? I would say if you're into this stuff, because that's really what this is leaning into, if you're into this particular type of aesthetic and design, of course, I think it's an okay blaster. Now, if you're looking for something that is going to give you consistent high-powered tags at far, like, you know, over 30 feet, I would say probably not. You know, if this is something that will complement your loadout, maybe something going like a big leg holster or something that just looks cool. Maybe you want to run two of them that just look cool to pull out. Yeah, sure. I just, as far as me getting behind this thing and saying it's the best thing to release this year, I'm not feeling that. And full disclaimer, I did purchase this blaster for review with my own hard-earned cash. Well, that pretty much wraps up today's video. If you haven't done so already, make sure you're subscribed. Got lots of content coming out. As always, I'm DrFlux. I want to thank you for watching. Be safe and happy foam flinging.